G'day and welcome to another Pokemon Go video. So something I forget to mention is if you like these videos, please subscribe. I have like 97% people who watch these not subscribe, so if you could, that would be handy. Thanks very much. But we'll jump straight into Go Battle League, and we're in the Great League. We've got Diggersby, Skarmory and Galvantula. So none of them are running any moves that are sort of unusual. So Mud Shot, Fire Punch, Earthquake on Diggersby, Air Slash, Sky Attack, Brave Bird on Skarmory, and Volt Switch, Lunge and Discharge on Galvantula. So into this first game, and we've got Altaria. Awful lead. So for this one, I'm just going to tank this first move, store some energy, and then switch out. So I do have, obviously, a bunch of energy stored. I'm going to look to get to the Lunge before they're able to get to another charge move. Going to shield this one up because hopefully I can get to another Lunge before they get to a Sky Attack, and that way I can debuff them further. And we'll see what they want to do. So they are not shielding this up, and I'm actually able to fully farm them down. So lost shield advantage, but did win switch. So out comes a Registeel. So not ideal, but I am able to get another Lunge off. Was hoping that I would grab a shield there, but they're still not shielding. So going to come out and let that go. So unfortunately switched into the Diggersby, and they made an insta swap into Azumarill. Really good for them, but I am so burning all that energy, unfortunately. Going to switch into Skarmory here. I'm going to let this go. Ice Beam is going to be neutral on the Skarmory because of the flying type and steel type, and then going to start to throw these Sky Attacks through. So they shielded up the first one, which is interesting there. I'm going to shield up as well. I don't mind being down a shield. I do not want Azumarill matched up against my Diggersby, especially if it's got any energy. So what I'm going to do is force either a shield or they lose this matchup. And with the nerf to bubble, as you can see, I was able to do a lot more damage. So they make a swap into Registeel, instantly swap into the Diggersby, throw the Earthquake to take it out. I didn't want it charging up any energy, and then able to fast move farm down the Azumarill in the back, because that bubble damage just, well, has been nerfed in the latest update. So really good for anything, anyone not running Azumarills and are sick of seeing them. So it has made it slightly less appealing in the Great League meta. So we'll jump into the next one, and hopefully we can get a little bit better lead, and we can. So Galarian Stunfisk, really good. What you want to watch here is for the sack swap, and there it is. So people do like to go for a sack swap when you get to your Fire Punch, so be aware of that. So try and save that energy, and don't let them sack swap. Unfortunately, in this instance, Hypno was able to get to its charge move, so I do need to shield it up. It takes 3 confusions for Hypno to get to a charge move, and they were just ahead of me. So what I wanted to do, instead of trying to throw my charge move at the same time, I went for an over farm there. So tried to get sneak an extra fast move through, and if you look back, I actually managed to do it. So that extra charge move, because it just takes so long, can make all the difference. So in this instance, it allows me to get to this Lunge really quickly, and let's see if I can get to another one. I can, so I can get to 2 Lunges because of that extra charge move. As you can see, we did actually CMP tie, so had I not got that, snuck that extra fast move through, it wouldn't have been able to double debuff the Galarian Stunfisk. So I want to throw this energy as quickly as possible because I am expecting a swap, but they leave it in, and going to let the Earthquake go, double debuff, so it's not going to do much damage, and then they swap out into the Torterra. So in comes my Skarmory, and this is good game right here. There is nothing they can do, so I was kind of hoping they would just let this go, but they want to play it out. So no shields here. Usually they're running Sand Tomb and a grass move, so absolutely no worries whatsoever. They come back in and then they leave the game because it is well and truly over. So we'll jump into the next one and see how we go. So got a really awful lead, and then a really good lead, and we're backing that up with another good lead. So obviously you want to have your Diggersby matched up against other people's Galvantulas. The ground typing is immune to electric, so really, really good. Out comes a Shadow Swampert. So this is brutal. Shadow Swampert does so much damage, so I'm going to shield that up. Throw my Sky Attack and hope that they don't want to shield, but look at that, they do want to shield. My fast moves are going to be doing a lot, are doing a lot more damage than theirs, so they are going to have to throw energy. They are, one, going to have to shield, and two, then going to have to throw energy if they want to take this match. So looks like they want to win switch, and that's understandable. No one wants to be matched up against the Diggersby. So, when you've got a Galvantula. So for this one, I'm going to come out, throw this Fire Punch straight away. I don't want to be getting hit by a boosted Shadow Swampert's Hydro Cannon with a Diggersby. Out comes the Shadow Machamp, able to get to the Earthquake and take that out in one go. Going to throw the Fire Punch there and then swap into my own Galvantula. I do know they have a lot of energy stored, but I think my win condition here is my Diggersby in the back and its immunity to Volt Switches and how slow Volt Switches are. So they used all their energy. Then I'm able to farm up, get to the Fire Punch with 1 HP and an absolute dream. So really good game there and very, very happy with that. Just able to get there before they can, fast move, farm me down. So we jump into the next one, and we've got Skarmory into Diggersby. So you would think, being flying type, it wouldn't be great. And again, you've just got to watch those switch-ins. Whenever someone comes in with a Skarmory, they're going to probably try and catch your Fire Punch on something else, so just be wary of that and don't throw too early. In comes the Azumarill. Didn't shield up the Discharge, so that gives me the opportunity to throw one Discharge and shield up, and then farm down. So in comes a Skarmory, going to throw another Discharge, and they decide not to shield again. Brutal. And this gives me the opportunity again to be able to take this match very, very comfortably. Going to throw the lunge here just because I don't want them to get to another charge move. And out comes the Machamp. So going to get to a lunge, and they're surely going to shield this. They do. Come in with the Diggersby, throw the Fire Punch, see if I can grab that second shield, which I can. Going to throw the next Fire Punch here because do a little bit of chip damage, and then I'll be able to, if they get there, so this should be enough to KO the cross. No, not quite enough to KO, but they are able to farm it down, and then we'll be able to come out and farm down with Skarmory. The best they can do is neutral damage here. They'll usually run Rock Slide and Cross Chop. Both of those are going to be neutral, so no chance there of them taking that game. So good game there. We'll jump into the next set, and as you can see, 24-62 in and ace ranking. So we need a good set to be able to boost up, and as you can probably tell by the title of this video, I managed to get a reasonable set. It's not perfect, but reasonable. So we'll jump into this first game and see what we come up against. So searching. I don't know if anybody's had the similar issues, but it's taking me a while to find games recently. Really unsure why, but I mean, yeah, I don't know if they've updated something with the with the latest update on, what was it, Monday that it came out. I don't know if something's slightly broken, and we've got Galvantula on the lead, and they swap into Altaria. This is perfect because Skarmory, absolutely outstanding matchup for Altaria, and absolutely abysmal matchup for Galvantula. So this is what you want. Obviously, do not shield this, because if you do, you're just giving more health for Galvantula come and farm off, because it is Galvantula's, once you KO Altaria, Galvantula's coming back out to farm you down. So you best avoid leaving leave as little health as possible. So I was able to get to 2 fast moves, which is not ideal. For this, I'm obviously going to come in with my Diggersby. They swap out and swap into Scrafty here. So I'm going to throw my lunge, and they finally decide to commit a shield. I'm going to do the same, and I'm hoping that this isn't a power-up punch. Unfortunately, it is the power-up punch, and they instantly throw into the next one. So this could be the foul play, and it is. So that's brutal. And I wasn't able to get to my the next lunge and before they take me out. So able to get to the second, able to take out their second shield there. No shield that, and it is the power-up punch. So here I'm going to throw my fire punch to take this out, and then going to look to see if I can KO this Galvantula, but unfortunately they do have energy and I need to get to an earthquake, and we CMP tie. CMP tie, they're able to get to another lunge, and that's enough to KO, and that's a game over. So really close game there. Had I had thought about it properly, so what I should have done against the Scrafty is just instantly thrown the earthquake, rather than try and bait with the fire punch. That sort of cost me, but it is what it is. So we'll jump into the next one, and they've got Shadow Swampert, which is not ideal for me, because these hydro cannons, they won't KO, but they do a lot of damage. So going to over farm here, I'm going to have to be hit by, going to have to take this second hydro cannon, which is fine. So double fire punch and then throw the fire punch for bait. I'm really hoping to grab a shield, which I can, and then they swap into Deoxys Defense. I do have energy stored up, so able to get to a earthquake before I switch out of there with the Diggersby. I'm worried about a rock slide here, so I am actually going to shield this up, but it's the Psycho Boost. It drops their attack, and I've already lunged them once, so happy days. So going to do not too much damage at all, and then look to farm this down. Unfortunately, they're able to just get to another Psycho Boost before I'm able to take them out, but going to give me a little bit of energy and not much farm left. So Swampert comes back out, which you would expect, and I'm going to be able to throw the lunges there and debuff. So again, unfortunately, they swapped into Skarmory, and I'm already throwing a second lunge. So really would have liked to be able to throw the Volt Switch there, would have done a lot more damage, and this would have been KOing the Skarmory at this range, rather than now where it is still got a lot of farm down left in it for my my own Skarmory. So be careful here, because I'm expecting them to swap out, and they do. So they swap into the Shadow Swampert, and as you can see, it does a lot of damage. They get to their Hydro Cannon very, very quickly, and it does huge amounts of damage. It does let me farm it down, have the Sky Attack ready, and instantly throw that on the Skarmory when it comes back out. So that is good game. So one fast move would have taken it out, but just wanted to be extra safe and get the charge move off just in case. So really should have thrown the discharge there. Would have been a very, very comfortable win, but yeah, not to be. So we'll jump into the next one, and they've got a Golbat, which is a really interesting one. And they swap into a Galarian Stunfisk. So that's an ambitious swap. So for this one, I'm going to let that go and throw, well, not going to swap out. Going to throw my Earthquake, followed by the Fire Punch to take that out, and then out comes the Azumarill, out comes the Galvantula, out goes the opposition. So quick game is a good game. So there really worked out well for me. Lined up against the Stunfisk into Galvantula. Would have had the Skarmory against the Golbat, and so happy days. So we'll jump into the next one, and we've got a Whiscash on the lead. So this is not good, but I was able to land the Earthquake. I was counting here, and they have enough for a Blizzard, and they went the Blizzard. So thank goodness it wasn't a bait. You don't want to see a bait come through. So going to let this one go because I know it's a Mud Bomb. They haven't had long enough to be able to charge it, and then going to throw the Fire Punch. It is not going to do very much damage at all, but we'll be able to put a little bit of pressure on, and was maybe hoping to try and grab a shield. Very, very wishful thinking. I'll throw the next one after I've overcharged a little bit, and out comes the Tropius. So this isn't too bad. Tropius is obviously going to take me out very, very quickly, but want to try and catch a Leaf Blade onto my Galvantula, and really hoping for them to switch out because I want to line up my Skarmory. Unfortunately, they don't seem to be switching out, so just going to have to throw these lunges and see how we go. So going to shield this one up as well and see what they want to do. Aerial Ace comes through, so really good shield there, and out comes the Toxicroak. My Skarmory is going to be absolute MVP of this game, and when he is needed, is going to absolutely tear things up. So they've got a very little amount of health left on their Tropius, and then they've got the one shield and a Toxicroak here. So going to jump in, throw the Fire Punch, see if I can grab that last shield. Unfortunately, I cannot. Going to be able to get to another Fire Punch. Let's see if they want to use that last shield now. I'm going to let this Toxicroak go. So not going to let the Toxicroak go, and going to throw the Charge Move, and be very disappointed when they see this Skarmory come out. So out comes the Skarmory, and that's good game. Bye-bye. So happy days, able to take that game. So we'll jump into, what is this, game number 5 of this set. So going okay so far. So we've got a veteran battler, and out comes the Obstagoon. So a bit of a different matchup. Going to let this go because if it is the Night Slash, which it is, you want to save your shield for the second one. Bit of lag there. So hopefully it didn't lose any fast moves, and neither did they. But going to go straight for the Earthquake. They don't shield it, so that's perfect. Going to go straight for the next Fire Punch. See if I can grab a shield. I can't, unfortunately. And hoping for another Night Slash to come through. Night Slash comes through. Doesn't do too much damage. Their fast moves are what is causing all of the hurt. And then let's see what comes out. So again, another Tropius comes out. So this is looking really good. This time I will be able to come out with my Skarmory when they take me out. It's just that they've got had less health to farm. Out comes the Wigglytuff, so instantly swap into my Galvantula there, and so let's start throwing some lunges. So they've got 2 shields. I was really expecting a shield to come through then. They didn't decide to shield, so I'm just going to throw another lunge. At some point they have to start throwing using their shields. I don't know what they're waiting for. So out comes the Skarmory. Going to shield up the Ice Beam because it's, even though it's double debuffed, it's probably going to do more damage than anything that, well, actually it probably doesn't do more damage than the Aerial Ace, but Aerial Ace, as you can see, does absolutely nothing, and at this point they say, see you later. Good game. So happy days. So able to take that one really, really comfortably and get 4 and 1. So let's see how we go. And we get rewarded with a Froakie, so that's really cool. I do have a video on excellent throws, so if you want to check that out, don't watch this one. I'll link to that and you can check that out. We'll see if I, managed to actually catch it, so happy days. And I have linked to some of my other games in Season 6, so Great League, so if you want to check those out, do so as well, and we'll see what that does. So that gets me up to 2507 and a veteran rank. So I know that's not probably all exciting for some people. Some people have got there ages ago, but haven't had too many games. Had a few, but not too many, and able to get to veteran. So really happy with that. Hopefully everybody is doing well in this extended season of Go Battle League, and thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.